inside it, feeling from the heart, make no effort now to hide it.
Colin's treatment if she's allowed to sneak into his room.
I can't
send her away before she undoes everything we've tried to do.
I can't send her away, Neville. She has no one on the earth but me. Can't you keep her outside? She likes the gardens, I believe.
Archie, what are you doing?
I'm leaving, Neville. You have things well in hand here.
Well in hand? Have you heard anything I was just saying?
And last night, I dreamed I walked through the maze to Lily's garden. And I saw Lily and Mary standing there. Mary standing right there in Lily's garden. I couldn't watch. I turned away. I was afraid, Neville. I didn't know what to do. I keep having these dreams over and over, and I'm frightened. Am I losing my mind?
Let's go back. Sorry.
Jog it.
Can I take it from I dreamed I walked through the maze?
Yes, sir.
2, 3, 4.
I dreamed I walked through the maze to Lily's garden. Saw Lily and Mary standing there. Mary standing right there in Lily's garden. I turned away. I couldn't watch. I was afraid.
Why won't he say what he wants? Why must he speak in dreams? Why can't he see what he wants? To disappear it seems, to have sent this haunted girl far away. Leave the house and land to me.
I watched them walk around the garden. She stood tall, grown strong and bold. Then they turned and asked my pardon. I couldn't speak, my heart grown
Why
cold.
can't he see what he wants? He wants the past undone. Why can't he know what he wants? His losing battle wants to have never loved her, never known how complete her loss can be. Then all disappear, he'd start again. He could be happy then and live like other men. Just to disappear is to be free, cut off from pain and loss, fit like me.
You can't marry this Archibald. He's a gloomy, miserable cripple who hides himself away in that horrible house.
No.
You said it yourself. He can't believe you love him, and neither can I.
No one is asking for your approval, Rose.
Well, then you don't care what happens to you. Think about your children. Do you want your children to be crippled as well?
I will marry him.
He can arrange what he wants.
Don't do
He's
this.
left it all to me.
Don't wed him.
Now he can have what he wants.
Don't beg
How
him.
fettered he will
Don't
be,
do
set
this.
him free to wander through the world. Let him go his lonely way.
And then I long to join them, know the peace they feel, their journey done. Then I walk once more without them, knew I must wander on. And
I won't forgive you.
go.
Won't see you live there. Lie, I swear I'll never see you.
Just to disappear is to be free. Cut off from pain,
Cut off from pain.
Make him disappear and start again. He could be happy then, live like other men. Just to disappear, to be free.
I shan't be gone long. Perhaps just till the autumn.
And what about Mary?
I'll write her a note from Paris.
You wouldn't be sending her away. You'd just be giving her the education she deserves. Albert and Rose wouldn't want her growing up here, wandering the halls.
Yes, I see. Well, perhaps you should look into a few schools for her. Someplace she could learn to sing. Would be nice. I'll leave it all in your hands, Neville. I'll go looking or Colin.
What? Make sure you don't disturb him.
In 10 years have I ever awakened the boy?
I'll gather the staff so you can say goodbye.
For God's sake, Neville, just let me slip away. I'm sorry. Tell them whatever you always tell them.
Fit the hand to this.
And the man can dream of the simple sunshine life of a faithful round. Is on
Now let's see. When we last left off, the hideous dragon had carried the maid to his cave by moonlight. He gnashed his teeth, breathed his fire, and the heath quaked, and we trembled in fear. I said, someone must save the sweet raven-haired maiden, though surely the cost will be steep. So we lads all drew lots, our insides tied in knots, and I won, and the rest went to sleep. So I picked up my staff and I followed the trail of his smoke to the mouth of the cave. And I bid him come out, yea forsooth I did shout, ye foul dragon, begone, or behave. And then under my breath I uttered a charm, said to make the worst fiend become kind. And named the knights and I applied, now diminish his sights. And it worked, and the dragon went blind. And he charged off the cliff howling mad, and he died, and the maiden accepted my ring. And then you came along and were brave, bold and strong, and in thanks every night now I sing. Race you to the top of the morning, come sit on my shoulders and ride. Run and hide, I'll come and find you, climb hills to remind you I love you, my boy, at my side. Now another foul dragon's appeared, I must leave you. He's scorching our lands with his breath. From his lair this one taunts me, dares me, he haunts me. Once again we must fight to the death. Would to God I could stay and instead slay your dragon, this beast who sits hunched on your back. Would God I could wrench him away from your bed, or cut off or tear off his terrible head, or breathe out my fire on him till he was dead, or beg him to spare you and take me instead. As it is, I must leave you in care of my brother, the wizard who lives on the hill, who has promised his art shall soon pierce through the heart of this dragon that's keeping you ill. And I know that your mother, God bless her, would want you to do as he says and grow strong. And you know that as soon as I can I'll return. So be brave, son, and know that I long to race you to the top of the morning. Come sit on my shoulders and ride. Run and hide, I'll come and find you. Climb hills to remind you I love you. I love you. My boy at my side. Good night, Colin.
Come along, love, come fly away, fly along, come along, fly away, oh. Come along, love, you've flown along where you've flown all the day, come fly away, oh.
It's a maze, garden, it's a maze of paths meant to lead a man astray.
Take a left and then turning left again, tell a soul may find a way.
Hey, yo. Hello there, Mary.
Hey, Ob. Hello there.
Well, why are you in such a bad temper, Mary? You wary still looking for the key?
No. Found the key.
Oh, so I see. You're wary looking for the door then.
Not wary, Dick. I found the door too. The garden is dead.
No.
It is. It's all dead.
A lot of things what looks dead is just biding their time. Now you tell me exactly what you saw.
It's cold and grey. The trees are grey, the earth is grey, and there's this clean kind of haze all over everything.
Oh, like a body were in a dream.
It's the most forgotten place I've ever seen, with loose grey branches looped all over the trees like ropes or snakes, and
But did-
dead roots and leaves all tangled up on the ground, so still and cold.
But did you take a real close look at anything? Did you scrape away a bit of the bark and have a real close look? Mary, the strongest roses will fair thrive on being neglected if the soil is rich enough. They'll all run wild and spread till they're a wonder.
You mean it might be alive? But how can you tell?
Huh. I can tell when a thing is wick.
Wick! I've heard Ben say wick!
When a thing is wick, it has a life about it. Maybe not a life like you and me, but somewhere there's a single streak of green inside it. Now come and let me show ya what I mean. Come. When a thing is wick, it has a light around it. Maybe not a light that you can see, but hiding down below, a spark's asleep inside it, just waiting for the right time to be seen. You clear away the dead parts so the tinder buds can form. You loosen up the earth and let the roots get warm. Let the roots get warm. When a thing is wick, it has a way of knowing when it's safe to grow again. You will see when the sun and water sweet enough to feed it, it will climb up through the earth, a pale new green. You clear away the dead parts so the tinder buds can form. You loosen up the earth and let the roots get warm. Let the roots get warm. Come a mild day, come a warm rain, come a snowdrop a-coming up. Come a lily, come a lilac, come to call, calling all of us to come and see.
When a thing is wick and someone cares about it, like you and me, will it grow?
It will.
Then have no doubt about it. We'll have the grandest garden ever seen. Oh, Dickon, I want it all to be wick. Will you come and look at it with me?
Oh, I'll come every day, rain or shine, as long as you want me. All that garden needs is for us to come wake it up.
But Dickon, what if we save the garden and then Uncle Archie takes it back? Colin wants it.
What a miracle that would be, to get a poor cripple boy out to see his mother's garden.
Give it living
A little chance to grow. That's how you will know if she is wick, she'll grow.
so proud to greet the morning, free from ground below. When the thing is wicked, has a will to grow and grow. Come a mild day, come a warm rain, come a snowdrop a-coming up. Come a lily, come a lilac, come to call, calling all the rest to come, calling all of us to come, calling all the world to come.
Now, this could be fun. Just a little water, mess around with the roots. I promise there's a single streak of green below, and all through the darkest nighttime, it's waiting for the right time. When a thing is wick, it will grow.
Stop looking at me! I hate you! You're horrible and ugly under that haystack you call your hair.
My
Master Colin, please, Nurse is only trying to...
If she won't close her eyes when she's in my presence, then I will have her fired. Go away, go away, go away!
Master Colin, please! Nurse is just trying to bring you your supper.
Martha, what is going on in here?
Isn't anybody going to stop that boy?
She is not to go near him, Martha. Those are the doctor's direct orders.
What can it hurt, Mum? He likes Mary. Let her have a go at it.
No, Martha.
Colin Craven, you stop that screaming! Get away from me! I hate you! Everybody hates you! You'll scream yourself to death in a minute and I wish you would! Get out of my house! I won't you stop! I can't stop! I felt a lump on my back! There's nothing to die! There's nothing the matter with your horrid back! I'm going to have a lump on my back like my father and die! Martha, come show me his back this minute!
I can't, Mary. He won't let me.
Show her the lump! Now feel it! There! Where? Right there! There's not a single lump there, except for backbone lumps, and they're supposed to be there. See? I have them too. See? There's no lump. It's not there. No, it isn't. It's not there. You were just mad at me for not coming back when I said I would, weren't you? Maybe. You were, and you know it.
I'll leave you two alone, I think.
This is nice. I'm sorry, I said all those things about sending Dickon away. I was just so angry when you wanted to be with him instead of me. And when you didn't come back like you said you would. I was always coming back, Colin. I'm as lonely as you are. I was just late, that's all. It just took me longer than I thought, because... Because what? Well, you promised not to tell if I tell you. I never had a secret before, except that I wasn't going to grow up. I found your mother's garden. You mean the secret garden? I've dreamed about the secret garden. It's been locked up out there, like you've been locked up in here for 10 years. And your father doesn't want anybody in it. Only I found the key. And later that night, when Dr. Craven and Miss Medlock found us here together, I ran off into the storm, and I found the door. And now me and Dickon are working on it every day. And you can come too, and... What does it look like? Well, right now, there's this tangle of vines all over everything, because nobody's been taking care of it. But Dickon says, if we cut away all the dead wood, there'll be fountains of roses by summer. I never wanted to see anything like I want to see that garden. You must see it, but they must never know where we are going. Or Ben says that Dr. Kramer will send me away. No, Mary. Maybe William could take you outside in your wheelchair, and then when no one's looking, he could push you into the maze to the garden. I can't go outside, Mary. I'll take a chill if I go. I'll get even worse. No, you won't. You'll feel better. I can't, Mary. I'm afraid. I've been in this bed for so long and I don't want to die. I want to grow up, Mary, so I can't get sick. I'd like to see the garden, really I would, but I can't. Well then, we'll just have to keep working on it. And whenever you're ready, just tell me when that is, and I'll get William to... You must come back tomorrow afternoon, after you're through working, and have supper with me, and tell me everything you've done. I'd like that. Good night then. Good night, Mary.
Beside me. see you safely arrive. I'll endure you for years. I shall see you in your garden, and spring grows free as wild. Lift me up in the middle of my garden. Come, sweet day.
Oh, I shouldn't be doing this, Dickon. I'm likely to be sent back to the scullery for this.
No one will be missing you at the
I
summer.
don't know anyone who likes the scullery, Dickon. If it's so dark I can't see where I'm going, how am I to hope to see what it is once I get there?
Well, perhaps it's only something you're meant to hear.
But all I can hear is me own self talking.
Then perhaps you'd best be still.
Dickon, is that you?
Aye, it is, Mary. And Master, too.
Hi, dear lad.
Are you surprised to see me out in the middle of the night?
That I am, Master Colin. But just now you look so much like your mother. It made me heart jump.
Martha, come look. It's my mother's garden. It is. It's a secret garden, and we're the only ones in the world who want it to be alive.
Aye, Colin, we'll have you walking and digging same as other folk before long.
But how can I? My legs are so weak. I'm afraid to.
There's a charm in this garden, Colin. And the longer you stay in it, the stronger you'll be.
What kind of charm? Where did you learn that? I don't know. I didn't even know I knew it. Martha, do you believe in charms?
That I do, Master Colin. And spirits and the big good thing by whatever name you call it.
Now I know where I heard it. I even know what it means. Go on then. Come spirit, come charm, come days that are warm, come magical spell, come help him get well.
Come spirit, come charm, come days that are warm, come magical spell, come help him get well.
Come spirit, come charm, come days that are warm, come magical spell, come help him get well. Spirits are above, chimes aloft on high. Sweep away the storm, traveling across the sky. Speed the rising sun, make the breeze to blow. Bid the robin sing, bid the roses grow.
Mary! Colin, it worked. I think the spell is working in the house too. 2 nights ago, when it was bright moonlight, I woke up and felt something filling the room, making everything so splendid. And I pulled the drape from my mother's picture, and there she was, her eyes looking down right at me. And suddenly, something new started flooding through me, making me so proud, so strong, so tall. I shall live forever and ever. I shall find out thousands of things. I want to give thanks to something, to anything that will listen. I'm well.
Mary, child, do you see what you've done?
Who is that man? Go away. He's Ben Weatherstaff, who tends the gardens. Weatherstaff? Do you know who I am?
Hi. You're young Master Colin, the poor crippled. The Lord knows how you got us here.
I'm not crippled.
What have you been doing? Hanging out letting folks think you're crippled. And half-witted.
Half-witted? Come here. I want to talk to you. And don't you dare say a word about this.
I'm your servant for as long as I live, young master.
Did you know my mother?
I did. I was her right hand round here in the gardens. Even now, I'm only kept on because she liked me. Once she said to me, Ben, if I'm ever ill or go away, you must take care of my roses. She did go away. Orders were that no one was to set foot in here. But I come anyway. Till my back stopped me about 2 years ago.
I want to know how she died.
She was sitting on that branch when it broke. It started her laboring with you. And she had hurt her back on the fall. But she clung on to life until she delivered you and put you in your father's arms. And she died.
Is that why he hates me?
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't hate you, lad.
He doesn't even know you. Wait till he finds out you can stand. I don't want him to know anything about this. I don't want anything said to him until I can walk. You promise?
It's getting to be a full-time job, keeping track of all these secrets.
This is a serious matter. Mary, take my hand. Dickon, Martha, you too, Ben. Do you swear by the charm in this garden that not one of you will mention this to my father until I am completely well?
I would.
Good then. So what do you want to see first? I want to see the roses. Show me where the roses are.
Right this way, Colin, the best roses.
A bit of earth, a drop of dew, a single stem begins to rise. That bit of earth is pushed away, the flowers bloom before our eyes. For in the earth, the charms that work, the word is past, the days are o'er. And golden ground, the word is past, we're free from war. A bit of earth, a bit of
Well, Mrs. Medlock, what a fine morning this has turned out to be.
Yes, Doctor.
I trust our governess would be impressed riding across the moor on a day such as this. Perhaps she would join me for tea. I'm sure she would relish a bit of civilized conversation, living as she does in the company of spinsters and orphan girls.
I'm sure she would be quite flattered by your attention, sir. Beg pardon, Doctor. I'm Mrs. Winthrop, sir.
Yes, come in. Do come in, please.
Thank you,
And
Doctor.
this is Mrs. Medlock.
How do you do?
I hope you had a pleasant journey.
Actually not. I've always found scenery by itself to be quite tiresome.
Well, then you will be relieved that we have contrived to keep the scenery outdoors. Please have a seat. I have signed all the documents that you have sent over, and I have added a contribution to your building fund. I know you didn't ask for it, but we were having a little conversation, thought you'd be planning something or other. What is keeping Mary? Quite right. Here's our girl, Mary Lennox. This is Miss Winthrop of Aberdeen School for Girls.
Good morning, Mary.
I don't want to go to school.
Oh, but you do. A
No.
useless child never knows her worth, we say.
Mary Lennox.
I just... My Uncle Archibald said...
Well, I'm sure she's just a little, that if you explained about the school, that she would be...
Certainly. And let me say right at the start, you are not on trial here. The Board of Trustees has accepted your application.
Oh, that is good news indeed.
I won't go. You can't make me.
Mary Lennox,
That's all right, Doctor. This is exactly the type of behavior we are best equipped to handle.
I'm sure she's just frightened. Often children are depressed when they've suffered things such as she has.
Certainly. Perhaps you would like to see some photographs of the girls at their work. I've brought several samples of the fine lace
I
for which
hate you! You're a horrible, ugly pig!
That is quite enough, young lady.
And your school is a filthy rat hole, full of brats and dirty beds. And all anybody really does there is scrub the floors. I hope you get hit by a lorry on your way home and your ugly head rolls off into a ditch. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And if I do go to that stupid school with you, I will bite your arm off and you're going to die. Get out of here! Go away, go away, go away!
Well, we have had 1 or 2 cases of this severity.
Mary Lennox!
Doctor, what you have here is a medical problem.
I'm going outside.
You are going anywhere I want you to, except for right in this chair.
Uncle Archibald said I didn't have to go to a school.
Do you think that he cares about you? All he wants to do is never see you again. Didn't he say goodbye without saying... Didn't he leave without saying goodbye to you?
Maybe he was in a hurry.
You drove him away. You remind him of his wife.
I look like my Aunt Lily.
It is my responsibility to find a suitable place for you to live so my brother can return. The next school I contact will not send a representative. We'll pack your bags and you'll be gone Saturday week.
But I can't leave now. Colin needs me.
Colin does not need you. 1 more month of following you and Colin will end up in hospital or worse.
No, he won't. He's much better.
That is... No, he is not.
You have no idea how ill he is.
You have no idea how ill he is. When he was born, the midwife said that he wouldn't last a week. I have kept him alive for 10 years. That is until now. I'm afraid of relapse or even worse.
But you haven't seen how...
If... Do you want to see him in hospital? Do you want him to die?
To die?
Yes, to die. If he were to exert himself too much, if he were to take one step before his heart was strong enough, he would not make it. Do you know how... Do you know something, Mary? If one day Colin will be in his chair, talking to you, and the next minute he'll sink to the ground and die.
And die?
You have choices in your life. Colin does not. I do not want to see him living in a hospital the rest of his life or dying before he's even had a chance to start his life. There's nothing more I have to say to you. Why are you standing there? Are you amused by the power that you have?
I didn't do anything. You locked Colin in his room.
Go.
You don't
You
want
must-
Colin to get better at all. You want him to die so you can have his house.
You'll be gone by Saturday week. There's nothing here that I want. How can she make this claim? Isn't it clear what I want? To serve has been my aim. To wonder who I'd be if it all belonged to me. If they all disappear, I'd start again. I'd live like other men. I could be happy then. If they disappear, then I'd be free. Cut off in pain and loss. At last I'd be.
Mary, you had nothing to do with your uncle's leaving. It weren't you, child. I know he liked you. Didn't he say you could have a garden? Didn't he send you clothes and bring you books? Well, didn't he?
Colin's going to die. And it's all my fault.
And what have you done for Colin except get him going outside every day? Get him eating his food? getting him believing that he could get strong again. Mary, I think you were just what Colin needed.
But you're not a doctor, Martha. Will you tell him I'm sorry? I mean, after I'm gone. Will you tell him I didn't mean to hurt him? That I didn't want to go.
I think you better tell him that yourself.
But I can't, Martha. He'll just get mad, and then I'll act all high and mighty, and then Dr. Craven might send him away too.
You're talking like you're already gone, Mary.
I am gone, Martha. I wish I were a ghost.
No ghost could do what you have done in this house, Mary Lennox. What you've got to do is finish what you have begun. I don't know just how, but it's not over till you've won. When you see the storm is coming, see the lightning part the sky, it's too late to run. There's terror in your eye. What you do then is remember this old thing you heard me say. It's this storm, not you, that's bound to blow away. Hold on to someone standing by. Hold on, don't even ask how long or why. Child, hold on to what you know is true. Hold on till you get through. Child, oh child, hold on. When you feel your heart is pounding, fear a devil's at your door. There's no place to hide, you're frozen to the floor. What you do then is you remember that old thing you heard me say. It's this day, not you, that's bound to go away. Hold on, someone standing by. Hold on, don't even ask how long or why. Child, hold on to what you know is true. Hold on and hear them say, child, oh child. And it doesn't even matter if the dangers and the doom come from up above or down below, or just come flying at you from across the room. When you see a man who's raging and he's jealous and he fears that you walk through walls he's hid behind for years, what you do then is you force yourself to wait it out and say, it's this day, not me, that's bound to go away. Child, hold on, it's this day, not you, that's bound to go away.
What do you think I should do?
I think you should find a pen and paper and write to your uncle in Paris and tell him to come home.
But why would he listen to me? And what if the letter didn't get to him in time?
Well, I'm sure he'll send for you as soon as he sees what you've done for the boy. I think you should let Colin's father say whether he likes him standing or not. Now here's a pen and here's some paper. You do know how to write, I hope, because I won't be much help in that department.
A little.
Well, that's okay. You don't have much to say, do you?
D-E-A-R, Uncle Archie. How are you? I'm fine. Everybody else is too. Please come home.
I have no home.
Martha says that you're in Paris. Is that very far away?
It's a house, child, just a house.
Do they have nice boys and girls
I
there?
can't get far enough away from it.
Please come home. Should I say that Colin's well now?
Streets of Paris like a maze.
Should I say that Dr. Craven?
Sleepless nights and aimless days.
I think that what you have is good. Let's get it posted on its way. He'll rush home and you can tell him all the rest you have to say.
Oh, kind sir,
Can't
Uncle Archie,
forget,
I
can't
wish
eat
that
or
you
sleep
could
or
see.
live.
When you come into the garden, please come home.
Can't forgive.
Yours truly.
Well, maybe.
your voice and turn and hear a stranger's form and face? Must I wander on tormented place to place to place to place? Where can I go that you won't find me? Why do you have to hide? Why can you always chase me, haunt me every step you're there beside me? Where in the world, tell me, where in the world can I live without your love? Where on the earth, tell me, where on the earth can I stay now that you are gone? Why did I have to meet you, love you? Why can't I rid you from my mind? Why did you have to love me? Won't you let me put my life behind me? Where in the world, tell me, where in the world can I live without your love? Why on the earth, tell me, why on the earth should I stay now that you are gone? Now that you are... Lily, is that you?
How could I know I would have to leave you? How could I know I would hurt you so? You were the one I was born to love. Oh, how could I ever know? How could I ever know? How can I say to go on without me? How when I know you still need me so? How can I say not to dream about me? How could I ever know? How could I ever know? Forgive me, can you forgive me? And hold me in your heart and find some new way to love me now that we're apart.
Oh, from all our hard work, where do you think?
Everything is so. Look at it.
Where's Ben? I'll go fetch Ben.
Oh, Colin, look at the lilacs. Come spirit, come charm, come days that are warm, come magical spell, come help him get well. Come spirit, come charm, come
Spirit,
days that
come
are
charm, come gather and sing, and welcome the spring. Mary, look at the roses. There are fountains of them. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? I'm not contrary. You take that back. You make me. Oh, I will. I've got you, Colin Craven. Oh, no.
Archie, why didn't you cable us you were coming?
I didn't know myself, Neville.
What on earth is all that noise?
Oh, no, you don't. I move faster than you are. Here we go. Colin Craven, not so fast.
Mary Lennox!
Father, look at me. I'm well.
Oh, Colin. Oh, Colin, my great boy. Could you ever forgive me?
It was the garden that did it, Father. And Mary, and Dickon, and Martha, and some kind of charm that came right out of the ground.
Were you planning to surprise me with this news, Neville?
I knew they were looking better, but I did not have any idea
We
that...
didn't want you to know. We were afraid you wouldn't let us into the garden if you knew.
But how did you get into the...
William carried me down the stairs until...
What have you been eating? You haven't touched any of the food that we've sent you for weeks.
Martha sent us food. We ate in the garden. We ate enough for 10 children.
You did you?
Oat cakes, and roasted eggs, and fresh milk, and...
It's just all so confusing.
It was confusing, Neville. Why don't you take my flat in Paris and stay as long as you'd like? And when you return, perhaps you'll allow me to help you re-establish your practice. In town, if you'd like. So that you may resume your own life, free of the enormous burden that you have carried on our behalf.
Thank you, Archie.
And will you stay home with us?
Colin, look at you, my boy.
It was Ben that kept the garden where I called it, until we could get here.
I know it was against your orders, sir.
And as I remember, it was Lily who ordered you to take care of this garden.
Survived it.
Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And it was Dickon who...
Yes, I can imagine. Dickon, if there's ever anything that we could...
What is to become of our Mary?
My Mary.
Here's the key back, sir, if you want it.
Didn't
bury it after all. I'd never had found it if...
I had nearly forgotten you in all of this.
It's hard to remember everybody, so...
No, it isn't. 3 isn't very many people at all. I should be able to remember 3 people quite easily.
Would I be one of them?
Mary Lennox, we are yours for as long as you will have us, Colin and I. And this is your house. And this, my lovely child, is your garden.